Okay, so after too many scheduling conflicts to count, I've finally managed to gather the most influential people on Earth into one room to share my announcement. I've solved the world. Years of painstaking quantum mathematics have led me to an equation, a step-by-step guide that, if followed to the letter, will allow humankind to achieve the closest thing we can to a utopian society. The changes are incremental, mind you, taking place over decades. Fast-tracking any part of this process could cause human suffering instead of eliminating it. However, to some of you, many of these changes as they're described will feel too fast, too drastic. Immediately ending carbon emissions, universal basic income, the redistribution of wealth. But in order for the equation to be successful without causing harm, each step must be completed exactly at the time and rate described, no exceptions. One more thing. Some of these changes, like the ones I just described, are wider, more social, and will take mass, sometimes planet-wide efforts to achieve. Many steps in the equation, however, seem completely inconsequential in regard to global change. But I promise, each step is as important as the last. It's the butterfly effect, seemingly tiny, unrelated events causing cosmic ripples throughout time. Humanity achieving what is essentially its good ending is an extremely unlikely event. So many unlikely things will have to happen in order for it to happen exactly the way we want. No matter how strange or appearingly pointless the task, whether it must be performed by one person or 1 billion, we must do them all. Each step is connected more intricately than even I can possibly understand. It's like everything everywhere all at once, but on a worldwide scale. The main problem with any social change is that we can't be sure whether or not it's gonna work the way we want it to. Well, I've found something surefire. It will take years of hard work and combined effort executed meticulously, but it's mathematically guaranteed to work in our favor. I've made an instruction manual for humanity. All we have to do is follow the steps. And that can start today, right now, in this room. Like I said, many of these steps will seem pointless, inconsequential, and absurd, but they are all absolutely essential. In these moments, individual action can essentially cause global change. So, Mr. Monopoly Man, richest single person on Earth, the first step happens to be yours. All you have to do to kickstart the equation is, in the next 2 minutes, give me $5 and quack like a duck. Compelling indeed. Do I get it back later? One-time investment, non-refundable, $5 US. Would you settle for $2.50? It has to be 5. The equation will be rendered null unless it's exactly $5. I see. I'll have to run some numbers to see how this will affect my bottom line. Can I get back to you in 2 to 3 business weeks? It has to be within the next minute and 30 seconds, sir. The whole thing falls apart if we wait even a second long, and I'll have to have my PR team scrutinize the optics of me quacking like a duck. The richest man in the world doing farm animal noises might give the wrong impression on the world stage. Only the people in this room will see you do it, sir. Who else will expect I give them $5 after you? It sets a bad precedent. It's $5 and you're the richest person ever. It affects you so little that it isn't even... Well, if you ask me, it all sounds a little too socialist for my taste. And speaking of presidents, what about our basic freedoms? If we're all suddenly obligated to go around handing out fivers and quacking like chickens or what have you, why, that's just undemocratic. A lot of nasty things have been done for the supposed greater good, you know. But this simple action is completely harmless to you or anyone else. We have less than a minute to tell that to my bottom line and to my dignity. I don't know why we agreed to consult with some Soviet mathematician who can barely even... I know you have the money. I know it won't affect you beyond your ability to recover or even come close to that. Now just pay up and get quacking, damn it. Oh, so now we're cursing at each other. This is just barbaric, ludicrous.
You should have approached us with this years ago. Do you know how much civil planning it takes to get even one of these things done?
I won't have my individual liberties encroached on by some armchair science geek preaching to us about some imagined utopia. Nobody's perfect.
You can't expect us to be saints.
It's a slippery slope, this duck quacking thing. What's next? Mooing like a cow? Squealing like a stuck pig? I won't be debased, not by anyone.
Where do you get off thinking you know what's good for the whole world, huh?
You're a quantum physicist, not a miracle worker. Get off your high horse and leave us important people alone.
Oh my god, is that a fire? Someone started a fire. Everyone run!
You'll get my $5 at the Onyx Gates of Hell.